Hello from Mindset Daily, wishing you a day full of health, peace, and happiness. Thank you for watching the Mindset Daily channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support us. Thank you so much.
Have you ever wondered what real love actually looks like when a man feels it for you? Is it in his words, his silence, or something deeper in how he shows up when no one's watching? Let's take a closer look at how a man truly behaves when he loves you. Not with empty promises, but with powerful, consistent action. A man who genuinely loves you becomes your strongest supporter. He doesn't just encourage you behind closed doors. He speaks life over you, boldly and publicly. When others try to downplay your worth, he stands up for you without hesitation. When you start to doubt yourself, he doesn't push you aggressively. He gently reminds you of your strength, your value, and what you're truly capable of. He doesn't let fear dictate your decisions, and he never allows your past to define your future. In moments when you can't see the greatness in yourself, he sees it clearly and reminds you of it without fail. When you're exhausted, he tells you to rest, but never to give up. When you're discouraged, he listens with intention, but he refuses to let you believe the lies that whisper you're not enough. Because when a man truly loves you, he doesn't let you settle for a version of yourself that's anything less than your best. He motivates you with patience. He doesn't expect you to grow at a speed or demand perfection. He never pressures you to have it all figured out. Instead, he walks beside you. He gives you space to learn, to stretch, to heal, and to become who you were always meant to be. He doesn't weaponize your flaws or make you feel small for being a work in progress. On the contrary, he supports your journey. He reminds you that even in your unfinished state, you are deeply worthy of love. A man who loves you wants to see you flourish, not just in your relationship with him, but in every part of your life. He cares about your relationship with yourself, with God, with your dreams. He doesn't pull you away from your purpose. He encourages you to walk boldly in it. He doesn't minimize your goals. He helps you reach them. He doesn't make you feel selfish for wanting more. He celebrates your ambition. Because your success doesn't intimidate him, it brings him joy. And most of all, a man who loves you is willing to sacrifice. He doesn't expect you to carry the whole load while he reaps the rewards. He gives as much as he asks. He invests in your soul, your dreams, and your future. He doesn't just talk about building a life with you. He shows up every day, ready to do it. He doesn't just want to see you win. He actively participates in making it happen. His support goes far beyond kind words. It shows in what he does, in the time he gives, and in the consistency of his commitment. Because when a man loves you, his love doesn't keep you small or silent. It doesn't restrain you, hold you back, or dim your light. True love inspires growth. It empowers you, stretches you, and calls you into the fullest version of yourself. Real love doesn't try to control. It encourages you to rise, to step into everything you were created to become. And when a man truly loves you, he doesn't just walk next to you. He gently pushes you forward. He believes in your potential enough to challenge your comfort zone, but always with care. He doesn't just talk about what he'll do, he does it. His love isn't built on vague words or grand but hollow declarations. It's rooted in action, in showing up again and again, even when it's difficult. His consistency becomes your safety net. His foundation doesn't shake when life tests it. He doesn't say one thing and do another. He doesn't speak of a future with you while acting like he's unsure about having one. He doesn't make promises he has no intention of keeping. No, when a man truly loves you, his words and his actions match. They move in harmony. You never have to read between the lines or wonder where you stand. His love is not a riddle to be solved. It's steady, dependable, and real. A man who loves you shows up. He's present not just when things are easy, but when life is hard, messy, and uncertain. He doesn't disappear at the first sign of discomfort. He doesn't only love you when it's convenient or when there's something in it for him. His presence is consistent. His commitment doesn't fluctuate based on mood or circumstance. You're never left questioning whether he's in it for the long haul, because his actions speak clearly. His love removes the doubt. And when a man truly loves you, he stays. When a man loves you, He doesn't play games with your emotions. He doesn't keep you in the dark, forcing you to interpret mixed signals or question his intentions. You never feel like you're chasing his affection or fighting for clarity. He doesn't shift from warm to distant depending on his mood. He doesn't use silence as punishment or pull back his love to gain control. His love is not a tool for manipulation. It's a space where you can feel safe, valued, and seen. You never feel like you have to earn his loyalty. He's open about how he feels and what you mean to him. You're not left decoding texts or overanalyzing his every move. Because when a man truly loves you, love isn't a riddle. It's not something you have to solve. It's something you can feel. Real love shows up. It brings peace, not confusion. It's a steady, unwavering presence that anchors you, not a game that keeps you guessing. A man who loves you follows through. If he says he'll do something, he does it. If he makes a promise, he honors it. When he commits, he doesn't treat it like a temporary arrangement. He follows through wholeheartedly. And he doesn't do this out of obligation, but out of desire. His integrity isn't reserved for big, dramatic moments. It's built in the quiet, everyday choices. He doesn't just perform with grand gestures for the sake of appearances. Instead, he shows up consistently in the small things, the things that build real trust. Because love, lasting love, is formed in the details. It's found in daily consistency, in the moments when his actions speak without fanfare, when his word truly becomes his bond. And when a man loves you, he's intentional. He doesn't leave the relationship on autopilot. He doesn't treat you like an afterthought while pouring his energy into everything else. No, he prioritizes you. He shows you, through consistent effort, that you matter. He listens not just to your voice, but to your heart. He pays attention to what lights you up and what calms your spirit. He remembers the small things, not because they're extravagant, but because they matter to you. He notices what makes you smile, what gives you peace, what brings you strength. When a man loves you, you never have to beg for effort. He gives it willingly because he cares. And above all, he doesn't leave space for doubt. He doesn't treat you like a backup plan. He doesn't make you wonder if you're important. He never makes you feel replaceable or question whether he's truly serious about you. His love doesn't shift depending on how he feels that day. It isn't unpredictable or impulsive. It doesn't vanish when things get difficult or reappear only when it's convenient. No, his love is grounded. His commitment is unwavering. His presence is dependable. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't just talk about love, he lives it. You see it in the way he stays, in how he keeps his word, and in the quiet but powerful choice he makes to choose you every single day. You don't have to second guess his feelings or read between the lines. You just know, because when a man truly loves you, it's not a performance, it's protection. He doesn't expose you to unnecessary pain or place you in situations where your worth is questioned. He doesn't allow others to treat you with disregard while he watches in silence. Instead, he steps in. He takes responsibility for your heart and treats it with care. Love, to him, is more than passion or poetic words. It's more than romance in easy moments. It's about covering you when you're vulnerable, shielding you from harm, and standing guard over your emotional well-being. When a man truly loves you, he becomes a protector of your peace, your mind, your heart, and your spirit. He doesn't invite chaos into your life. He doesn't leave you feeling unsafe, unsure, or anxious. You don't have to live in a constant state of worry or brace yourself for emotional disappointment. His love offers a foundation of safety. His presence brings peace. You're not walking on eggshells, fearing the next outburst, or wondering if he'll suddenly withdraw. When a man loves you, he's intentional with his words. He's thoughtful with his actions. He understands the weight of his presence in your life. And because of that, he chooses not to tear you down, just to lift himself up. He knows that true strength doesn't come from control, it comes from care. He never turns your vulnerabilities into weapons. He doesn't use your openness against you to gain control or manipulate your emotions. Instead, he builds a space where you feel completely safe to be yourself, safe to speak, to express, to feel, and above all, safe to love without fear of being hurt or judged. When a man truly loves you, he protects your dignity. He doesn't speak about you carelessly when you're not around. He doesn't join conversations that belittle your character or laugh at comments that tear you down. He doesn't allow others to disrespect you while standing by in silence. No, he defends your name and your worth, not only when you're watching or when it's convenient, but even when no one else is around. Why? Because his love is sincere. It isn't performative, it's protective. He doesn't put you in situations where you have to question his loyalty. You're never made to feel like you're competing for his attention or his commitment. He doesn't flirt with disrespect or engage in behaviors that could humiliate or dishonor you. Because when a man truly loves you, he cherishes you too deeply to risk losing your trust. A man who loves you guards your heart. He doesn't brush off your feelings or mock your emotions. He doesn't make you feel small for caring deeply or diminish what matters to you. He listens, really listens. He seeks to understand, to support, and to hold space for your experiences. He handles your heart as if it were his own, knowing that real love isn't measured by what he can take, but by what he's willing to give. He doesn't take your kindness for granted. He doesn't assume that just because you love him, he can neglect you. He understands that love, real, lasting love, is a responsibility. And he carries that responsibility with humility, with integrity, and with honor. When a man loves you, he leads with wisdom. He doesn't drag you into reckless situations or decisions that jeopardize your well-being. He doesn't act impulsively, ignoring how his choices may affect you. He's not careless with your heart, with your trust, or with your future. He's intentional with his words. He's mindful in his actions. And above all, he moves with care because loving you is not something he takes lightly. He moves with intention, with purpose, and with thoughtfulness. When he makes decisions, he doesn't only think about himself. He thinks about you, about the life you're creating together, and the legacy he hopes to leave behind. Because love, true love, is never selfish. It doesn't pursue its own benefit while ignoring the needs or feelings of the one it claims to care for. Real love considers. It protects. It honors. And a man who truly loves you prays for you. He doesn't just wish you well in passing. He lifts your name up in prayer. He speaks life over your dreams and intercedes for your future. He doesn't only protect you physically, but spiritually as well. His love extends beyond what is seen. It covers what is unseen. He wants to see you walk boldly in your purpose. He wants to see you aligned with the destiny that God has placed on your life. He doesn't lead you away from your faith. He doesn't distract you from your calling. He doesn't smother the fire within you. He fans it. He nourishes it. He stands beside you, not just in your moments of strength, but also in prayer, in silence, in faith. When a man loves you, he doesn't toy with your heart. He doesn't gamble with your trust or take risks that could cost him something as sacred as your presence in his life. He protects what he loves. He honors what he cherishes. And he guards what he values with intention and care. And when a man truly loves you, there is no confusion. You don't lie awake at night wondering if you're safe in his hands. You feel it deeply and clearly. Because when a man truly loves you, it's not just something he says. It's something he proves. Love isn't just a declaration, it's a demonstration. Words can be spoken quickly, but it's the consistent, intentional actions that reveal the depth of a man's heart. You don't have to chase a man who truly loves you. You won't have to guess, beg, or hope. His love will show up. His love will pursue you, and it will never leave you wondering where you stand. You never have to question where you stand. You're not left guessing his intentions or feeling like you must constantly prove your worth to earn his attention. When a man truly loves you, you'll know it. Not just because he said it once, but because he shows you day after day. His love speaks through consistency, through effort, through how he chooses to show up for you when it matters most. A man's love is revealed in the way he prioritizes you. He doesn't treat you like an afterthought, squeezed in when it's convenient. Instead, he makes time for you because you're part of his life, not just a passing interest. No matter how busy life gets, he checks in. He wants to hear about your day. He's there to walk with you, to hold your hand through the uncertainties, to make space for your presence, even when it requires effort and sacrifice. Because that's what real love does. It doesn't just show up when it's easy. It creates room even when life is demanding. A man who loves you helps you feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally. You don't have to tiptoe around him, afraid that one wrong word will push him away. He doesn't use silence to punish you. He doesn't withhold attention like a prize to be earned. Instead, he communicates. He listens, not simply to reply, but to understand. He doesn't just register the words you say. He hears what's behind them, the emotions, the hopes, the fears, the dreams. Because when a man truly loves you, your heart matters deeply to him. Your peace matters. Your joy matters. And when a man loves you, he's consistent. His affection doesn't come and go based on his mood or what's happening around him. He doesn't pull away when challenges appear. He doesn't vanish when things become uncomfortable. No, he stands his ground. He stays present. He remains committed because real love doesn't retreat at the first sign of trouble. Real love leans in. It stays. It fights. It grows. And when a man loves you, truly loves you, he won't just talk about forever. He'll live it one faithful day at a time. When a man truly loves you, he wants to see you thrive. He supports your growth not by pressuring you, but through encouragement, gently, consistently. He doesn't push you with force. He uplifts you with belief. Your success doesn't make him feel small. He doesn't compete with you. He cheers for you. In fact, your achievements don't intimidate him. They inspire him to become better too. He is patient with your process. He doesn't expect you to grow overnight, and he certainly doesn't rush your journey. He doesn't judge you for your past or pressure you into becoming something you're not. He sees the real you, your flaws, your brilliance, your potential, and he still chooses you wholeheartedly. And when you're in the thick of life, when the weight of the world feels heavy and you're struggling to stay strong, he doesn't walk away. He steps in. He holds space for your pain. He supports you, not by taking over, but by reminding you of the strength that already lives within you. His love helps you remember who you are when you've momentarily forgotten. You never have to plead for his affection. You never feel the need to shrink yourself just to keep his interest. You never sit in silence wondering if he's truly committed, because real love clears away confusion. It doesn't demand reassurance. It gives it freely. Love, when it's real, removes doubt and replaces it with consistency. And that kind of love, it shows up again and again, especially when it matters most. A man's love is revealed not only through big, dramatic moments, but in the quiet, thoughtful gestures, in how he remembers what's important to you, in how he checks in just to make sure you're okay, in how he stands by your side when no one else does. And if a man tells you he loves you, but his actions tell a different story, pay attention. Believe what he does more than what he says. Because love isn't proven in a single sentence or a fleeting emotion. It's proven over time. It's proven not just when things are easy, but when things get hard. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't see you as someone temporary or convenient. He doesn't view you as someone to pass time with. He sees you as a partner, an equal, a confidant, someone to build with, grow with, and walk through life beside. Not just for a season, but for a future. No, when a man truly loves you, he doesn't treat you like an option. He makes it absolutely clear that you are a priority. He's not entertaining distractions. He's not keeping doors open or leaving space for uncertainty. You don't have to wonder where you stand, because his love is intentional. It's focused. It doesn't linger in indecision, doesn't play mind games, and never comes with hidden motives. When a man loves you, he doesn't just invite you into his life. He builds a life with you. He doesn't make you feel like you're tagging along in his story, as if you're trying to earn a place in a world that was never built to include you. Instead, he walks with you side by side, equal, steady, present. He values your thoughts, involves you in his decisions, and genuinely respects your insight. He doesn't only admire the way you look or what you bring to the table. He sees the power of your mind, the depth of your soul, and the strength of your spirit. He recognizes that you're not just someone to be with, but someone to treasure. A man who truly loves you makes you feel chosen, not just when things are going smoothly or when it's easy, but in every season. In the moments of joy, in the days of hardship, in the unknowns, he chooses you. You don't feel like you have to compete for his attention or prove your worth in comparison to anyone else. He doesn't make you feel less than, because in his eyes, you're not comparable. You are one of a kind. When a man loves you, he treats you according to your worth, never less. And when his love is real, it's not just grounded in the present. It looks ahead. He's not only focused on how things feel today, he's thinking about the future. He's not driven by fleeting emotions. He's driven by the desire to build something lasting. He wants to understand your dreams. He wants to know your purpose. He wants to walk with you toward where you're going, not just follow where life takes him. He's building, planning, and loving with clarity, because a man who truly loves you isn't just living for now. He's building with forever in mind. He doesn't try to shrink your vision. He embraces it. He doesn't make you feel like you need to downplay your goals or your growth. Instead, he encourages it. He's not threatened by your strength. He respects it deeply. Because when a man truly loves you, he doesn't view your ambition as something to compete with. He sees it as a source of inspiration, something that drives you both to grow together. He wants to evolve with you, to rise alongside you, and to journey with you, not ahead of you or behind you, but step by step. A man who loves you isn't intimidated by your independence. He admires it, but at the same time, he never makes you feel like you have to carry everything alone. He doesn't assume that just because you're strong, you don't need support. He understands that love is not about dependency, it's about partnership. And in those moments when life feels heavy, when your strength begins to waver, he's not watching from a distance. He doesn't leave you to carry the burden by yourself. No, he steps in. He offers his presence, his strength, and his reassurance. He reminds you that you don't have to fight every battle on your own. When a man loves you, he's there in your victories, cheering for you with pride. He celebrates your accomplishments without feeling insecure. And when you stumble, he doesn't look down on you. He lifts you up. He holds your hand in failure just as tightly as he does in success. He doesn't disappear when things get difficult. He doesn't withdraw when you're at your lowest. Because love, real love, doesn't run. It stays. It fights. It endures. And when a man truly loves you, he loves you with clarity, not with confusion. You won't have to guess what he feels. You won't have to analyze every sentence or decode hidden meanings in mixed signals. You won't wonder whether you matter to him, because he'll make sure you know. He won't hide you from the world. He won't make excuses. He won't treat you like an option or a backup plan. He honors you with his actions. He respects you with his words. And above all, he protects the relationship he has with you. Because when love is true, it doesn't leave you in doubt. It leaves you feeling safe, valued, and fully seen. Love should never feel like you're chasing after someone's affection. It should never require you to shrink yourself just to be accepted. It should never leave you lying awake at night, wondering if you're enough. When a man truly loves you, you won't have to beg for his time, his energy, or his commitment. Why? Because when love is real, it shows up without you having to plead for it. When a man truly loves you, you don't have to question his intentions. You feel them through how he moves, how he shows up, and how he makes space for your heart. He doesn't just protect you in the physical sense. His love goes deeper. He protects your peace, your thoughts, your emotions. He doesn't let you walk through life feeling exposed, unguarded, or uncertain about where you stand. His presence becomes a covering, not because he controls you, but because he genuinely cares. He doesn't watch over you as someone who possesses, but as someone who honors. He's aware of how his words can build or break, how his actions can either nurture or harm, and how his choices directly influence your well-being. When a man loves you, he does everything in his power to shield you from unnecessary pain. He doesn't bring chaos into your world. He brings calm. He offers steadiness, emotional reassurance, and peace. He becomes a safe place where your heart can breathe. A man who loves you protects you emotionally. He doesn't toy with your feelings or pull you into emotional games. He doesn't trap you in a cycle of highs and lows. where you feel secure one moment and completely abandon the next. He is steady. He is consistent in how he treats you day in and day out. He never uses silence as a weapon. He doesn't withhold affection as a form of punishment. He doesn't make you feel like his love is something you have to constantly earn or work for. When a man truly loves you, his love isn't based on whether the road is smooth or rocky. It doesn't come and go with convenience. His love remains, even when life gets hard, even when everything feels uncertain. It doesn't vanish at the first sign of struggle. It holds firm. And when a man loves you deeply, honestly, his love becomes a shield. Not just around your body, but around your heart. He covers you spiritually. He prays for you, not as a routine, but with sincerity and purpose. He seeks wisdom not only to lead with strength, but to lead with humility. He doesn't tear you down to build himself up. Instead, he lifts you with his words and actions. He never mocks your faith or minimizes your beliefs. On the contrary, he strengthens them. He wants to see you grow, not only as a woman, but as a human being with vision, purpose, and a divine calling. He doesn't pull you away from the things that make you stronger. He pushes you toward them. He doesn't speak words that diminish you. He speaks life over you. Because when a man truly loves you, he understands that real love isn't just about feeling good. It's about becoming better. It challenges you in the right ways. It sharpens you, inspires you, and honors the woman you are becoming. A man who loves you also protects your reputation. He doesn't place you in situations that compromise your dignity. He never allows anyone to speak of you in a way that disrespects your character. He doesn't laugh along when others try to minimize your worth. Instead, he shuts those conversations down because a man who loves you covers you, both in public and in private. He's intentional with the way he speaks about you. Whether you're present or not, he holds your name with honor. He represents you with pride. His words reflect respect, and his tone carries admiration. He never exposes your vulnerabilities to others. He doesn't turn your past into punchlines. He doesn't treat your flaws as something to mock. And he certainly doesn't weaponize your history against you. Instead, he protects your story. He recognizes the weight of your journey, the things you've overcome, the battles you've faced, and he honors all of it. He walks beside you not just in where you are now, but in where you're going. He supports your healing and your growth without judgment. And when a man loves you, he also protects your future. He doesn't make careless decisions that put you at risk. He doesn't live impulsively or chase only what serves himself. He acts with intention. He considers not just what feels good in the moment, but what builds something lasting. Because he knows what he does today shapes the life you are building together. He doesn't risk your future by making reckless decisions today. He doesn't jeopardize the relationship with carelessness, dishonesty, or a lack of discipline. Instead, he honors what he has with you, not just through what he says, but through what he chooses. Every action, every decision reflects his understanding that real love requires responsibility. Because protection isn't only about keeping harm at bay. It's about creating an atmosphere where you can fully exhale, where your soul feels safe enough to be vulnerable, honest, and at peace. It's about building a space where you don't have to constantly look over your shoulder or question your place. It's where the person you love becomes your defender, your cover, your safe place. And when a man truly loves you, that protection is not something you have to request. You don't have to plead for it. You don't lie awake wondering if he's shielding you or silently exposing you to harm. Because when a man loves you, his instinct is to protect, to guard not just your body, but your spirit. His love becomes a shield, a shelter from the storms of life. You don't just feel loved, you feel safe inside that love. When a man truly loves you, he's not admiring you from a distance. He's showing up. He's investing in you, not out of obligation, but because he truly cares about your growth, your purpose, and your well-being. He sees you not as something to control or possess, but as someone to nurture. He understands that love isn't about ownership. It's about helping each other rise. He doesn't just walk with you in the good moments. He walks with you through the doubts, through the struggles, through the late-night questions, and the early morning battles. And even in your weakest moments, he stands by your side. Not judging, not withdrawing, but encouraging you, holding up a mirror to remind you who you truly are. He isn't threatened by your light. He doesn't shrink in your brilliance or try to dim your shine just to feel more significant. No, he fuels your fire. He becomes part of what helps you burn brighter. Because when a man loves you, he wants to see you become everything you were born to be. Not for his benefit, but for yours. Not because he needs something from you, but because he genuinely wants to see you thrive. Because when a man truly loves you, it's never just about what he received from the relationship. It's about what he contributes to it with heart, humility, and honor. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing you peace, health, and happiness always. And don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Daily for more inspiring content like this.